Okay, and here we are in the finished space. Probably first notice that this configuration is a little bit different than what it was before. This peninsula went around this way and it really closed off the kitchen area, so we blew all that out, and that that makes this whole area feel like one space. It really opens up the walkway space, especially for like entertaining. Now you can have people coming in and people going out. Somebody could be in front of the fridge and you don't bottleneck the area. Before this peninsula turned around and really bottlenecked this area, so we blew all that out. We wanted to match the soffit to the countertop, so we squared off this soffit here and matched it to our new cabinet, base cabinet floor plan. And so that gives it some, you know, a nice bookmarking type feel where it feels real uniform and symmetrical. We have some open shelving on the side here for display. And then we went with a shaker white cabinet. Of course, you know, all of our cabinets have the adjustable shelving inside. They are all soft close. I like these corner cabinets. These corner cabinets come with a Lazy Susan in them. Really, really good for use of space, storage use of space. As far as the design element, we went with a countertop that looks like concrete. It's a quartz though. We did a demi edge on it, this is what this is called. That's bullnose on the top portion of the lamination, and then square on the bottom. So we had to keep this post here, this is a bearing post. We wrapped it with a quartz countertop as well, so that, you know, kind of blends into the countertop and then gives it some protection for splashing from the sink. Full backsplash with the quartz all the way to the bottom of the cabinets. And then added these really nice brush nickel handles. The soffit here had to be changed. Like I said, we did square off this soffit. This soffit didn't exist before. It was like a pot shelf before, which are total nightmares to try to keep clean. You know, the top of the cabinets were just open. So we filled all that in, which makes the space feel, well, it's gonna make it easier to clean. No dust can get up there. It's just a more functional way to do it. Also, I think it aesthetically looks better because now the soffit matches the cabinetry. Everything looks real built in. We did some new recessed lighting, and then we added some recessed lights as task lights over this space here, so you can have the task lights on. Of course, they are all dimmed, so you know, you can dim them or turn them up, whatever you need to do. I'm a big fan of lighting options. I think lighting options are underrated. You probably hear from other videos. One thing that I do want to point out while you're on that side is this having electrical options. You know, this is a great space that's going to end up being a catch-all. So, you know, you put your phone here, your iPad here, you plug it in, and it just is a very nice working area. So it's something to think about when you're designing, especially islands, peninsulas, things like that. To put some power there, because if you're gonna sit there or it's on the end of something, it's gonna end up collecting your electronics, and it's good to have a place for them to be plugged in. So again, here's our corner cabinet. You do have to have the proper size wall to have this fit. It needs 24 inches both directions, but if you do have enough space, they're really useful. They open up and have a 3-tier Lazy Susan system. These are adjustable shelves. And they spin, obviously, Lazy Susan style, and then soft close door. This is a smaller kitchen, so we loaded it with extra accessories. Number one thing that I really like to do is just build drawers. Drawers are so useful. You know, the whole drawers, our drawers are full extensions, so they come all the way out. Very easy to reach all your pots and pans, and actually I think she has a crock pot in there. Yeah, so very useful space. Top drawers can be used for your towels, your flatware, your spatulas, your cookingware, things like that. And then the bottom drawers can be used for all your pots, pans, bowls, plates even. Then we put in the Lazy Susan, which are also very useful. It's a really good use of space. You know, they spin all the way around. And there's 2 shelves that are both adjustable. And they're also good for pots, pans, strainers, Tupperware, things like that. Just a way to use up that dead corner space that you didn't used to get. And then next to the stove, we did this is a spice rack, and it has multiple shelves, 4 shelves in it, and they're adjustable, so you can set them up for all your spices and or anything else that you want to fit in there. That is soft close as well. For the sink area, we went with a quartz undermount sink. This is a white quartz. This is a Moen faucet, a pull handle faucet. It's got dual sprays on it. This is a Moen Arbor, and so it has the dual function there. Push button disposal. This is an unequal bowl quartz sink. The double equal bowl sink, it's like 2 of these bowls, and so this one would actually be a little bit smaller. Depth is the same though, they're both 9-inch depth, so that's the same, but just as far as how big this one is, a little bit better for soaking your pots, pans, things like that, and then rinsing. One of the design aspects that we added in was a wine fridge. It's got some slide outs in it, and as you can see, it's pretty fully stocked. We're ready to go. We weren't even sure if we were going to be able to fit this in here, but we were able to fit it in, so it worked out good. And we had to sacrifice the trash and the recycle for this, but well worth it in my opinion to have that nice chilled wine. For the fireplace area, we went with a really cool tile. This is a new ceramic tile. It just came out like I think 18 months ago. It's meant to look like vein cut travertine, and then on top of it, it has like this kind of wave texture to it. And oh my God, it looks so cool when the light hits it, especially the more down light you have, the more dramatic that effect is. And then we trimmed it with black Schluter to match the fireplace box. And then we did a little bit of custom stuff for our client. She had some dividers in this upper entertainment center here, which we took out and then patched it all in. But yeah, this fireplace space turned out really, really cool. One thing that I wanted to mention too is the baseboard. So we did new baseboard throughout because the floor is new, and we did some rounded corners on the baseboard. Something to think about when you're doing baseboard. There are 2 ways you can do base with a rounded drywall bullnose corner, which you can do a mitered baseboard, which I'm sure you've seen a lot, where it comes and it's mitered and then it goes and then it returns back the other way. Or you can buy these little rounded corners, and the rounded corners look really spectacular. They look really, really custom. So another area that we tackled was the staircase, which is originally carpet. We used the same flooring throughout the house. This is a waterproof laminate, so it's really versatile stuff. It's basically a laminated vinyl on top of a waterproof substrate, and it's really nice. It clicks together. It makes almost a seamless floor. And then you put baseboard on top of it and the edges, and it almost becomes just one uniform thing. The way that it clicks together. So many colors now are out and they look so much like wood. It also has a texture, like a wood grain texture to it. Comes with stair nosing as well, which is you need if you're gonna do stairs, you need stair nosing. And stair nosing is basically just this piece right here. It's about a 3-inch piece. It's got a rounded edge to it, and it hangs off over the riser here. So this is called the riser, and this is called the tread. And so you need this stair tread to kind of give that lip, and that's what gives it that look. We did the stairs in that, and that matches the floor downstairs. It's all uniform, looks great. You can see again this little baseboard corner here that we use. Another little detail to consider is when you're running your baseboard to the end of the stair nosing, instead of just running it straight and cutting it square and then just painting the edge, if you just miter it back so that the pattern, whatever the base pattern is, dies into the floor, it looks a lot more custom and a lot more finished. So we added a new cabinet here. This is just a door and 2 drawers. Pretty simple. Offset sink, countertop to match the kitchen. We use the same countertops throughout the house. Custom beveled mirror, new faucet as well, also Moen. Client provided the vanity light. And then again, just did some dimmer switches and stuff. So, making sure we put this stuff on dimmers. So again, more lighting options, always important. Okay, so here's a guest bathroom that was completely remodeled as well during this project. We did new cabinets, countertops, new toilet, flooring matches everywhere else in the house. We did this porcelain tile. This is a commercially rated porcelain. It's a 12 by 24. Also meant to look like vein cut travertine. And then we did this liner that is made of glass, metal, and also some natural stone as well. 4-inch band of that going around at about probably around 5 feet, I would say. New tub, and we ran this all the way to the ceiling, which I'll show you in a sec. And then we put on a glass slider versus the door. So on the back wall here, so this is on the same wall that when you walk in the bathroom. When you walk in the bathroom, you actually get an angle of this area over here. So when you first walk in the bathroom, you don't see the niche. That's something to think about when you're planning out your shower niche area is, you know, although it looks cool, you know, to have it with the glass, you're never gonna have it this way when you actually live in it. When you live in it, it's gonna be filled with bottles and things. So it's best to have this out of the way. Also, it's a lot better to have niches, in my opinion, than having like shelves that come out of the wall, because that takes away space and this actually gives you space. So anyways, so we did this niche. It's bullnose pieces all the way around that are coordinating to the tile, and then we filled in the back here with the accent. Something to consider when you're designing your bathroom space. Obviously, you know, you want to have the most functional space possible, but you also want it to look the best. This is a frameless door, right? But it is in a framed slider. And that's pretty much the only way that you can get it and have it be really water resistant. Because it has a track that goes all the way around, and the glass, it passes the edge of the track. Same thing on the bottom, the track goes in and then comes up like an L shape, you know? So that the water will hit and come back down into the bathtub. And it also comes with a header on it. And this is just all necessary for the mechanism and everything. It looks better than what they used to look like, because this used to have a frame, you know, a 1-inch frame, or sometimes thicker, all the way around it. So the middle part is at least open and free from any trim. But if you really want it to be water resistant, you're going to want to have it framed on the outside. There is another style that has exposed wheels. You know, I do them a lot, so I'm sure I'll show it to you in one of the videos here coming up. But those ones just have free hanging doors, and then they don't have any side or bottom track. There's just a gap. So if you take long showers, and you know, if you have a lot of body sprays or what have you in the shower, a lot of that water can be coming out. So that's just something to think about. But I still think these look really cool. And they're very, very water resistant. I mean, as far as watertight inside the space, they don't let a lot of water outside of the space, so that's really good. Okay, so for the guest bathroom vanity space, countertop, again, to match the rest of the house, go with a square undermount sink, and same faucet as the downstairs powder. And then we did, client provided this actually, are these really cool medicine cabinets. They have glass shelves inside. They have a mirror on the back, and actually a mirror on the back side of the door, which is pretty cool. And then obviously a beveled glass mirror on the outside that matches our custom 1-inch beveled frame that we did. And then just 2 doors for the vanity cabinet. And finally, we have the master bathroom. This is the last project, and this is the last space in this project. Same floors as the rest of the house, same cabinetry, same countertops. Same tile as the guest bathroom, and we just did things a little bit more upgraded for this space, and let me show you what those details are. So for the vanity space, again, it's a dual sink, Moen faucets. We did a bank of drawers down the middle. This is a 4 bank of drawers. You do have an option for a 3 bank, so that'll give you 1 thin drawer and then 2 larger drawers. We went with the 4 bank, which is 2 small drawers and 2 medium-sized drawers. This has 3.5-inch clearance, these 2 drawers, and these ones have, I believe, 5 3/4-inch clearance. So, you know, it fits most of your hair dryers, and you know, these ones can be used for curling irons and toothbrushes and all that kind of stuff. For the design part of it, we did the countertop that matches the kitchen and the guest bathroom. So this is that concrete look countertop. Same edge profile throughout as well. Now the backsplash on this one, we upgraded a little bit. We did the mosaic for this backsplash here, and then it's trimmed out with a metal shooter. Comes in 8-foot sticks, and you cut it to size. Beveled glass, custom mirror, and then the client provided these cool lighting fixtures that have like little dots in them. And then again, flanked 2 mirrors on both sides. We have this mirror and the other mirror. Same thing, as the guest bathroom. So mirror on the inside, mirror on the back side, glass shelving. And for the shower, we did a slider on here as well. Again, just for function versus the door and a panel that would come out into the space. We just wanted to keep it real nice and clean and easy to get in and out. Went with a band as well, just meant to match the backsplash. Same size. We put it a little bit higher here in the master. We did a valve with hand shower, and then this is a transfer valve that switches between the regular shower head and the hand shower. Now, something nice about the hand showers is they provide a little more gallons per minute, so it's going to give you a little more pressure than a normal shower head. We're here in Southern California, so they restrict our water flow here. But mowing is done really well, I think, to aerate the water. Makes it feel a little more, like it has a little more volume in it. But I was just in Cancun, it's a totally different world. So, but you get used to it. You get used to it, and we gotta save water. We're in California. What can we do? This tile is the same as the guest bathroom. It's vein cut travertine, and then we did a kind of a different floor, a shower floor. We designed a tile, a 2x2 tile, so we can make the slope, and then we designed it to coordinate more with obviously the band, and then the outside floor as well. So it kind of has kind of a seamless look to it. And let me show you the other side here. So I'll start off with the niche. We did 2 niches. So this is actually one big niche, and then we just put 2 shelves in it. Now, some interesting things you can do with the niches is if you put this quartz shelf, or some kind of a shelf, in our case we use 2 centimeter quartz, well, you can actually make the shelf about 1 inch deeper, and then you put these little dog ears on it so it all looks built in and really cool. But that gives you a little bit extra depth on the niche. We went with the glass on the back, and like I was talking to you about before, this is the entrance to the bathroom is right here. So when you first walk in, you see these walls, you don't see the niche walls. Tile goes all the way to the ceiling, bull nose around the niche opening. And then we did 2 items in here. We did the shower seat and a footrest. So the footrest is really useful for shaving your legs, washing your feet, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously the seat. Normally your seat, you want it about 18 to 20 inches high. That gives you a good, comfortable place to sit down. And then we had to stop it short a little bit because we do have a slider. If this was a panel and door, then you could cut it around it. But since it is a slider, you got to leave a little gap inside there. But it's not very hard to clean because you move both panels over, and now it's all exposed right there, and you can clean that side. So I think this works really, really good. A couple of the last items here I want to show you. Grab bar number 1, important if you want to secure yourself to get up. Now, if you are doing a grab bar in a shower, make sure that you put the backing behind here. You need a 2x6 backing, in the walls, across the studs, wherever you're going to put it, whether you put it vertically or in this case horizontally or even diagonally. You need bracing there so that when you screw through the tile and the mortar, that's not going to give you any structural support. So you definitely need that 2x6 framing behind so that when you screw through the tile, through the mortar, and you hit actual wood that's connected to the studs. And so that way, this can now hold 350 pounds. So you can really, you can hang off of it and it's safe. You never want to hang off of any shower fixtures that number 1 aren't approved for that. Like a lot of times hand showers have a slide bar. Most of the hand showers that we use, like this one right here, has a slide bar on it. Well, if you fell, it might not hold your weight, where this 100% is meant to hold your weight. Another challenge that we had to deal with on this project was there was a drain line from the air conditioning that has to drain into the shower. It's kind of an odd setup, but what we used a drop elbow for the hand shower. So we just used another drop elbow as the drain trim. Before, if you look at the before pictures, I think it had like a PVC pipe that was just sticking out, and I don't think it was down here. It was up at the top too, which is horrible because if it did overflow, it would have like rust and stuff in it, and if you just happen to be taking a shower, it would like fall right on your head. That would be horrible. So this is down by your feet, so if it does ever overflow, it just goes on the floor here. So yeah, looks kind of cute. And that concludes our whole townhouse remodel in Irvine. Thanks for watching. See you next time.